guys, here we are today gonna do a chicken. Now this is the same recipe I do my turkey for, and it turns out amazing. I do this every year at Thanksgiving for the in-laws. I cannot get away from it. So first we're going to take 2 cups of brown sugar and pour it into the mixing bowl. Now this is going to caramelize on the outside of the bird and really give us this nice caramel sugary texture on the outside. Next we're going to throw in a cup of kosher salt. This is really going to help retain the moisture and keep all the juices inside the bird, make it taste really moist later. And we're going to do 3/4 of a tablespoon of ground oregano. We're going to sprinkle it into our mixture here. That's looking pretty good. Next we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of ground sage. So sprinkle it on in, get everything nice and mixed up there. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. And then 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. It's really going to give it a little bit of a kick. Alright, now that we got all this in there, we're going to mix it all up real well. Really break up the brown sugar and mix the kosher salt into it. Get all the seasonings really blended together pretty well. Once that's done, we're going to take some apple juice and we're going to pour it down into our sugar here until it all starts to blend together. We're really just going to whisk it all up. After this is all whisked up, we're going to open up our chicken and we're going to inject our marinade mixture down into all the meaty portions. This is going to give us nice good flavor on the inside of the bird as well as on the outside of the skin. Alright, after we got all the meaty parts injected, we're going to take our bird and put it into a Ziploc bag. And we're going to take our marinade, we're going to pour it into the bag. And once all this marinade's in there, we're going to let this sit in the refrigerator for about a week before we cook it. Alright, here we are a week later. We're setting up our grill on a nice bed of coals. Now, chickens, they're going to flip every 20 minutes or so. Turkey's going to be every half hour. This can take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours for a chicken, up to 4 to 5 for a turkey, depending on the size. So after we have a good bit of charcoal in there, we're going to put some fresh charcoal on top, and we're going to pour some of our marinade in about 1/3 of the way up the pan. And this is just going to let the bird sit inside there and cook over. So here we are after our first 35 minutes. It took a little longer than I should have, but so it goes. Looking pretty good, smelling really good at this point. 20 minutes later, here's our bird. That's really starting to turn out real good. So we're just going to keep dipping it and cooling it in that marinade and letting all that brown sugar mixture get on it. Alright, now she's done. She's ready to come off. Usually you want to pull this off about 165. That's what they recommend for safe poultry. Alright, I don't know about you guys, but we do a lot of sandwiches and pulled chicken and some fillets at the house here. Other than that, it's just drumsticks for the little one. So we're going to sit here and we're going to carve a lot of this up into the various different meals that we eat this chicken in. And this meat is just tender as can be. And that knife is just sailing right through it. Somebody stole a piece of chicken. Which one was it? Wasn't me. I'm just going to break those wings off there. I'm going to After that, we'll go for the legs. We're just going to work on pulling all the meat off of those bones. Really appreciate you guys coming out. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment below.